reviewing the Parkzone As3x Spitfire MCX, or MKIX, sorry. Overall, I'd probably give this model a 6 out of 10. It's definitely not the best Parkzone micro out there. The best, I would have to go with the Micro T28. That was my aileron trainer. Probably, I got about 2 or 3 of them, fuselages and wings screwed to the wall back there from crashing it, but held up pretty good. The reason I would give this model, what did I say, 6 out of 10? Yeah, is number one, I don't like the As3x at all. I don't think it does anything. I frankly just think it's annoying. It has, you got to make sure it's level when you plug the battery in or it screws it up. And you have to, you can't just like check the throws in your hand, so you got to put it down, then pick it up. It's just kind of a pain. Also is the motor. The motor in it is awful. If you look on our C groups, there's the Solo Pro motor modification, and I got a few of those. I'd recommend doing that because I have about 3 or 4 flights on this, and it's already the point where a fully charged battery will not fly it. It just does not have enough power, so I'm going to need to be replacing the motor on my 4th flight. I'm honestly getting more and more disappointed in the Parkzone planes. I started out only Horizon Hobby, and I ventured into Hobbyco. I got a Fly Zone Micro, and I got a Great Plains F86 Sabre. That flew awful. I sold that. I got a few Blade helicopters. They're great, but I think honestly the Parkzone Micros have gone downhill since the As3x, in my opinion. That's probably going to cause some controversy, but it is what it is. The scale details on this are nice though. I'll show you guys closer. You have some guns here on the leading edge of the wing. A nice scale 4-bladed propeller with yellow tips. You have exhaust from the motors here. An actual bubble canopy, however there's no person in it. And then the landing gear look, I don't know, they're alright. And then you got little fuel tanks under here. The decals are nice. The paint's real keen. However, I just don't like the As3x, and the fact that my motor burnout is really what makes me rate this model. So not poorly, but as an average plane, and not what I believe to be normal Horizon Hobby quality. I would recommend, definitely not a beginner plane. Spitfire's got the tip stall, and it doesn't have much power at all. I mean, you can't really climb vertical with it. The motor will die out, so I would order, next time you order from the Hobby King International warehouse, here I got one down here. Throw one of these guys in there. It's a $4 motor. You just got to change the plug here to the Parkzone plug so it'll work in the brick, and it has more power than the normal Parkzone motor, and it's a lot cheaper too, and they last 6 to 7 times as long, up to like 60 flights. I've heard 100. It depends really how you fly, your batteries and all that. Yeah, but I'm getting, probably next weekend I'll cut the motor out of this and put it back. I haven't flown this in a while since I got frustrated, and I called Horizon and I was like, my motor, my plane just pulsates and it won't start, it won't start up. And the guy's like, oh, your motor's probably bad. And I'm like, yeah, and I've only flew it like 3 times. He's like, oh, well, I've replaced the motor. And frankly, I'm kind of disappointed in Horizon Hobby, because I heard some other guy on RC groups crashed his Hobby Zone Duet, screwed up the receiver, and they sent him a new one. And I burned out the motor in this in 3 flights, and they didn't send me a motor. However, I don't really care because I'm just going to put the 9 Eagles one in there. But yeah, 6, maybe 6.5 out of 10. The scale details are really nice on this. That's what makes me rate it so highly. However, the power system is pretty poor, and the flying characteristics, I don't think the rates can't get high enough on this for me. I don't think. I fly pretty much 100% rates on all my Parkzone micros, except for the Striker and the Sequoia. I got those at like 75, 65, somewhere in there. But I mean, even at 100%, I'm not satisfied with this plane. I think it needs to be capable of higher rates, and they need to obviously fix the motor issue that's been affecting all the later Parkzone models. I've never had a problem with my T28. Probably got about 100 flights on that. Never had an issue with the motor. However, my Sequoia, which I'm going to be doing a review probably later tonight on, I ended up burning the motor out on that on my first flight. Well, I'd say the first day of flying. It was probably my fourth consecutive battery, full throttle, hammerheads, snap rolls, and all that. Having a great time until I threw it, and I did not have any power at all, so yeah, I got rid of that. Well, got rid of the motor, not a new motor, obviously. That was before I figured out about these motors, which, when it burns out again, which will be soon, I would imagine, I will replace it with the 9 Eagles motor. What you get in the box here, obviously your plane, you get an E-flite, 150 milliamp, 25C battery, and a Parkzone 1-cell quick charger, and 4 AA's to go with that. That's pretty much all I got to tell you about this plane. Overall, 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Like, comment, and subscribe.